Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? See if we have anybody out there. Can give me a little mic check. Once it kicks up anyway. There we go. Once it kicks up anyway. All right. This one is going to be a little different than what I usually do because I'm also streaming on Twitch TV today. Thought I'd try out something different. Don't really get much on the line of views over on the Rumble side of the world, so I thought I would check that one out. Picked up a lock to play with the other day. It's another one from U-Haul. One of their puck locks. It's actually a very small keyway, pretty paracentric keyway. This is another one that I have, another brand. I don't even know where this one came from. No idea. But pretty similar key design, actually. Very close. All right. Okay, one more try for an audio check. Got anybody out there this morning? Can tell me if I'm working. Got a couple new locks, so it's kind of fun. I've got a couple more things coming. Cool. Can't wait for them to get here. The other one I got is this little Mindy flat keywayed, what some refer to as a pagoda lock because of the key design. Let's get a load of that. Talk about a wild key, man. This is the flat, not the round. It is spring loaded, so it'll spit that key right out on you. It's got a little retaining groove, so once it's in there, it retains it. Good morning, Mr. Broke. How the heck are you doing today? I started trying to build a tool to help me with picking this thing. Put that together, be able to reach down and recess and turn it. But I need to rebuild this and make it a little bit longer. It's a little short, a little hard to work with. So I'll tweak with it, but it does work. I've played with it a little bit this morning. Haven't opened the lock yet, but there's another whole world of. So there I'm on the very inside one, depressing it down. I don't know if I can get into to tension that, though, to do anything with it or not. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it, sir. Surprised you are up and moving this morning. This is early for you. The good old rope pick challenge coin. Those are just beautiful coins, man. They did an outstanding job. I got to imagine those weren't exactly the cheapest coin to get your hands on out there, that's for sure. But they look amazing. Not the cheapest lock coin, but they also don't look like the cheapest coin. throw a little lube in this lock after I took it all apart and did my magic with the 3D printer to it. It's a little chaotic in there. So I thought I'd give it a short blast. Here we are. Let's go look over at this one. All right. Yeah, that helped it quite a bit. It was a little sticky. Now it's nice and smooth. Yeah. Well, they did an outstanding job. They are definitely something special. Look absolutely incredible, dude. Let me see here. Grab that. Hopefully you got enough out of there to be able to do something and help out and do your thing, I hope. This one, I'm really interested to learn this lock to figure this thing out because it is cool. It's a very interesting design. You know, the only thing I would have a concern on this one is it's a cast metal body, which generally isn't overly strong. So I don't know how well it would be. I think it'd be pretty easy to just give it a smack and break that thing open pretty easily. Don't know. It's just my thought. But very cool. Came with 4 keys. Nice little packaging. Good morning, Orgus. How are you doing today? It's very interesting to read this. The translation isn't very good. Let's see. Spring leaves and the single type as long as any side force cannot be opened. Stainless steel lock, super anti-violence on. That's always good to know. The magic key to change and the error is 1. Then automatic idle cannot be opened. I have no idea what that means. And down here, anti-copy. It's claiming you can't copy the keys. It's waterproof, anti-shear with a pair of shears. Anti-drill. Anti-prying, but they show a hammer. Anti-saw, they show a wood saw. So, you know, it's safe from your average carpenter, apparently. But it's really a cool lock. I really, really like it. My wife was checking it out the other night, and she's like, that is just really neat. I happened to be down in Colorado and checked with Amazon down there, and yeah, you shall not violence on. Exactly. But they were able to same day ship that thing right to my hotel room and actually give me a discount for doing it. So I got it for $13. And this is a purple belt rated lock. So this will be one I'll be able to work on as I work towards getting my purple belt. We will see. I have another purple belt lock, I think, on the way, which is cool beanies. All right. Anybody feel like hopping on? Hey, good morning, Marissa. How are you doing? Just showing off my little Mindy lock. Sorry, it's not a Marissa lock. It's a Mindy. It's close. Me. Yeah, it's very spring-loaded, so when you hit that in, that key's coming out. You're here, huh? Well, that's a good start. No hot coffee today. Drinking cold. But yeah, I made this little tool for it, and it seems to work. My only thing is I might have to do some narrowing, because once I get it down to here, where I can actually do the inner spring set. I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to get into tension. Oh yeah, I can still get in there to tension. Look at that. Yeah, it's a cool lock. I kind of like it. Even if it's not a Marissa lock. Right? Yeah, it's a very, very nice design. I mean, it is beautiful looking lock. Pretty heavy. It's got some weight to it. So, yeah. We will see. My first attempt at building any kind of a custom tool, I need to do a little filing and clean up. But like I said, I think I'm going to make a new one, make it a little bit longer. I'm also going to try my hand broke. I've got a bunch of this extra. I'm putting together one of those pocket tools for runesmith. And I'm going to try and use this and make one of those secondary tension wrenches like you shipped me, to include that in their form so he has a talk as well. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, see, I'm in there. Right there, I'm pushing down, but I don't think I'm getting it down far enough because that thing's got to push that first slot because it's only a 3, right? So you get in there, you got 1, 2, 3. So that first one's got to push down. I might be getting there. I might be getting all the way down to the bottom. Just might be doing it. And the other thing I picked up, I was back at the U-Haul place again. I picked up one of their huck locks. Actually, didn't pick it up. Got a storage unit, and they threw in a lock for free, which was this. But I put a different kind of lock on there, so. But it's not bad. Pretty tight little keyway down in there. Decent key. I haven't picked anything on this yet. I just got it yesterday. This is the other one that I already had. I have no idea what brand this thing is. Super cheap. It's actually this one's almost smoother than this one. This one's got a little grind to it. I've been trying to find some videos to get some tips on picking this thing. There's not many out there. And the ones that I have found are all like speed picks. I mean, it's stupid. There are guys picking these things in 3 seconds. Just nuts. But none that really go into any good detail. So once I kind of get this thing figured out, I'll probably put something together. I've got a decent scope camera. I'll try and get some internal pictures of it a little bit because it's non-guttable. But at least get some nice close-ups to let you see, which I figured out. Let's see. Let me give my handy-dandy extra light here. And let's see if we can zoom down in on this. Change this over. Get that focused up. All right. Now, you can see down in that lock, see these ridges on the edge here and over here. Those are the washers or discs that it pushes down. There's 3 different steps. Yeah, just a little bump and grind. Yeah. But you got to push down both sides equally to get them down to the right place to be able to put them in there. So that is the challenge, right? And then from what I've heard, it's very, very, very light on the tension. So it's just a matter of figuring it out. It'll get there. You can do it. Most of them are doing it with just a regular pick. But I thought, it'd be fun if I could put something together. So it'll let me do this. Let me get in there. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But we shall see. Let's see here. Probably get in trouble for that too, so I better not weave and whistle. I don't want to get dinged again. Oh. See, that's going to be the hard part. So I don't know if this will work or not. But hey, part of the fun. I'll keep trying it out. I'll figure something out. Ooh. So what are all you guys working on? Anything fun going on out there? Anybody new and interesting? Orgus, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? If you're feeling up to it, hop on the live with me. Introduce yourself to the crew. Love getting a chance to visit with some people that we aren't overly familiar with or don't talk to very often. Part of the fun. All right. Grab that. I'll take all three out. What the heck? Oop, what do we got here? You're getting into handcuffs. Yeah, I need to break mine out and try out a couple things. I'm still trying to get one of those challenges knocked out. The 007 Speed Challenge. I've been close. I've gotten there when I've been off camera, but on camera, not so much. What kind of handcuffs you got? What are you playing with? I don't have any real good ones yet. I need to get some good ones. We're making surprise boxes. That could be scary. Who are you surprising with surprise boxes? Can't say because they're surprises. Very cool. You know, it's TCH 840 and 830. Oh, some good cuffs. Some good cuffs. I have a pair of Viper Techs and then a pair of God only knows what. They were Bulldog Tactical. But I don't know who makes them for them. I can't hardly imagine they're making their own. They kind of look an awful lot like the Viper Tech. A little different design. Ah, the 840. I hate this lock. Or 840, the 410 rather. I'm looking at yours and talking about my lock, so I'm messing it up. I can never pick these things. I can't say never. I picked it, I screwed it up, so then I had to start over. Viper cuffs, not Viper Tech, because I haven't seen Vipers. Who makes the Vipers? There's where it is. There's the Viper Techs there. And then here's the no-namers. At least with the no-namers, I can do the Peerless key works on this. The Peerless key does not work in the Viper Techs. It's too small of a keyway. Good morning, Mr. Delbert. How are you? Hopefully you got your tracking number yesterday. Your package is on the way. Sorry it took a day or two. I was out of town for work, so I had to wait till I got back to get everything packaged up. I'll mess with those here in a bit, see if I can figure out how to get out of those. Is my video clear or is it blurry? Because I'm kind of seeing it both ways. So I'm curious with how it looks to you guys. Hard to tell sometimes, you know. I've got one monitor that's just kind of garbage. I need to get a new one. I'm just going to do this. If anybody feels like joining me, There is the link that will let you hop in. Come one, come all. Well, can't come all. I can only handle so many. But hey, I would love to have you join in. Introduce yourself, harass people, harass me, whatever. Yeah, it's all good in the hood. Yeah, I've been trying to do that speed pick with the using the handcuff key. But I almost think it'd be easier with a pick. Just because it's longer, it's a little easier and quicker to get in than trying to fumble around and get a key in the keyhole. So maybe I'll try it that way and see how it goes. It's part of the fun, right? If you can't get on and make fun of somebody, what's the point? I went to a Rockies baseball game when I was down in Colorado. Boy, I tell you, that team is really bad this year. First time I've ever gone to a professional game. So it was interesting. Morning, Shuck Soup. How are you? Yeah, I saw it looked like you were in an audio channel over on Discord, so I figured you were up to something. Up to no good. That's what he's up to. Come on. Is anybody else out there like me? Does anybody else hate the Master 410? I just despise this thing because I can never open the damn thing. Well, I've opened it, and that is why it has now a 3D printed body, because I opened it and turned it into a rattle promptly. Let's see here. Let's grab that. You're freezing. Yeah, we're in a bit of a temperature drop today too, but I wouldn't say we're freezing. But it's only supposed to get to the 50s or something today. Ooh. See, my problem is I'm not very coordinated with that right hand. But oh, I came off of it. Now I can't get on it. What did I do? You've never opened what yet? Oh, Master? Yeah. Yeah, I have a few of them. I had opened the one, and just as it came open, my tension tool came off, and it spun the flipping core and spin them out. Yeah, bite me, Chuck. I tell you, fairly easy. Well, that's just it. You know, it's just like a lot of people struggle with the American 1100s, but I have several of them that once I figured them out, they're pretty easy. But these 410s are driving me bonkers. But I'll keep playing with them. I've got a couple of them to mess with. I've got a little Abus here. What, a 7440? You're supposed to be getting into triple digits in California already, huh? Yuck. You can keep that. Keep it there. I don't want it. The other thing I was showing is little Mindy Pagoda. This is the flat key variant. So it is a purple belt lock. So that's what I'm going to be working on, trying to figure out. And then I got not a couple, but I got a new puck lock to play with to see if I can figure out how to open this thing. It's actually a pretty tight little keyway in there. Good luck. That sounds rather ominous. It's like, yeah, good luck. You're going to need it. I probably will. Who knows? It's amazing to me. There's not many good videos on picking tips or suggestions out there on it. Most of what I'm finding are speed pick videos, which don't really help a guy trying to learn and see what people are doing to learn how to pick it. But yeah, find the false set pins. I know. So everybody tells me. My biggest problem, I think, with them is figuring out the right tension because, man, you got to just barely touch that tension wrench working on those 410s. Well, I've been working on that a little bit. Here's my first go-around of it. Made a tweezer-style tool. I think I need to remake it and make it a little bit longer so it's a little easier to handle. And then I might trim these down a little bit because they get a little almost too wide to get on the very inside set and still give me room to tension. But it works. I mean, it gets in there. But I just got to figure it out now. So I think there I'm on in the innermost set. And I can depress that washer down. But I just got to figure out tensioning in there while I'm in there doing it at the same time. Which maybe I've seen guys using different types of tension tools. You know, I've seen a couple people say, "Oh, you've got to go all the way to the bottom of that thing in order to tension it." But that's not the case. A lot of people are getting in there with just regular Z-bars. Hardest part is getting everything in and around it. But yep, rinse, repeat until open. Yep. Like I said, I've done it. I've gotten there. I really have. But don't know. It's one of those that, well, you're talking about these 410. And yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. One of the things that I found is playing and finding the right tension wrench as well. For me, yeah, it is super. CIO tension wrenches. Yeah, I don't have any of those. I have couple sets from Southern Specialties. I've got a Moke pick set. I've got this custom one that Broke made, which is quite nice. But those are all. I don't have any. The only tool I have of Covert Instruments is this tubular lockpick, and then I have one of their cases. Is the stream freezing up? Oh yeah, I see it froze too there. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of those ergos. They don't work well for me being a lefty. Wonder, I've been having some odd internet issues, so it could very well be me causing issues there, Orgus. I don't know if anybody else is seeing some issues or not. I might need to reboot my equipment here at some point today and just see what happens, but let me just run a quick test and see how my speed's looking today. Definitely not where it should be. Ooh, bent a Z-bar, opening an American Series 10, huh? Well, 470 down, and it looks like I'm going to be about 500 upload speed. You'd think that would work. You would think that would be working. Man, I haven't had one I've had the tension on so hard that I've bent a pick yet. Or bent a tension wrench, rather. But I could see where it could happen quite easily, depending on especially how thin some of them you're using, right? So, like, you get out into here. What is this one? 1 millimeter. You get out to this 0.8. Pretty thin. But then you get, but wait, there's more. Then I've got this set from Southern Specialties, and I go down to the smallest one on this, and let's see here. Right there. 26 thousandths of an inch. Man, that thing is light. It's an awesome wrench, though. But they're a titanium set, so you'd think they would hold up fairly well. You'd think I'd remember what I was doing with my picks. Yeah, 1 millimeter. Yeah, I've got 1 millimeters. Most of my stuff, well, the only sets I've got that run out in metric are those Moke set. But 1 millimeter, that falls, what does 1 millimeter compare to? It's about a 30 thousandths. Am I thinking right? Yeah, that little one's too much. It's too light, but I bumped up a little bit. I think I'm running trying the 33. Yeah, 33 thousandths now. Hey, good morning, Mr. Rune Smith. How are you? I think you just did a video that I just watched this morning, wasn't it you? On the American, or yeah, the Master 410? I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't you. Anybody interested? If you go back up in the chat a little ways there, I have a link where you can hop in and you can join the live stream if you're feeling adventurous. You can hop on in and say hello to everybody. Show us what you're working on. I have a package supposed to be showing up today, but I don't think it's going to get here. 1 millimeter is 40 thousandths. Yeah, and I have. So he gave me a 4-pack set of these. I've got a 51 thousandths, 40 thousandths, 33, and a 28, I think is the small. 26 is the smallest one. Here's the 40 thousandths right there. And yeah, the 40 thousandths fits in there quite nicely. Yeah, Sparrows versus Dangerfield. I saw that one. Absolutely. Yeah, saw that. You know, that Dangerfield looks pretty slick. I like the Sparrows the way it locks back, but I agree with you that it almost seems like that thing would be just way too heavy. Yeah, I think you're right. I guess I could always grab a tool and we could find out. We could do some comparison because I've got my meter that'll swap back and forth. But I think you're right. I think that seems about right. It's a really sweet set. I really like them. I really like those little titanium jobs. They feed through pretty good. I'm breaking your heart. Man, I tell you. Some people's children. I'm sorry if I'm breaking your heart. Just don't like seeing me out here fighting all alone and doing nothing. It's depressing. I'm telling you. When you can't get anything open. Good grief. Well, yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like it was actually cheaper for the Dangerfield. And you got way more with it. But I mean, there's a lot of tools out there. I'm excited to get this other one over to you. See what you think of Southern Specialties version. It's a little different in how it works. The only thing you got to be somewhat careful with on it is, where am I going? Get back over here. Is the cam shaft on it, the cam when you bring down. You want to make sure you bring that down to about 90 degrees of it. Don't go spinning it, because if you do, it can come off and drop everything out. That's one downside. And if it drops out, oh, good luck. It sucks. Once that happens, you're basically screwed. Well, you're not screwed. You're just going to have fun putting it all back together again. That's all there is to that. But it's a good tool. I was just telling the other guys I've got I'm going to try and make you a secondary tension wrench to go in it, because it comes with one bottom of keyway. But there's ways you can make a second one for a top of keyway that fits in and just nestles down in there. So Broke Maiden sent me one here a while back. I'm going to try and make one and throw into yours. That way you'll have both tension wrenches in there. A whole ton of Chinese Z-bars, huh? I should have maybe got some of those. I should have maybe looked for some. I ordered the Huck Dimple set here a bit ago. We'll see how long it takes to actually get here. But I actually bought 2 sets, because that was the minimum order on the one I was looking at. So I'll probably put one out on the store for a sale. Sell one off. You know, like I said, I've been on the road. I've been sitting in meetings. I've been doing all these things. I haven't had a chance to pick in almost a week now. So, not that I'm making excuses. I'm just saying. I haven't had a chance to even get on a lock. Yeah, I got to see. I don't know if what I've got, I think it'll work. Oh, set of 5. Oh, the tension Z-bars. Yeah. Do they actually come when you got them? Were they actually the right thicknesses of what they claimed they were supposed to be? That's the one thing I found on some of the stuff is you get it, and oh my word, it's not even close. I don't know. What are you tensioning on that you're putting so much force on that you're bending tension wrenches? Just curious. They stack together so nice, huh? Yeah. I'll have to watch for some of that. The big thing, there's still some issues with depending on where we order from over there on the shipping and things like that. But they've got some of it worked out again for at least a short term. Seven new picks today. 4 of them are half diamonds. Yeah, you're a half diamond fan, aren't you? I use them every once in a while. I like them. They're nice. Nothing wrong with a good half diamond. Most of the locks I'm currently working on, they aren't great on. But I've used them on a couple of locks, and yeah, they work well. Oh, yeah, I have an old 1100 even that's just been weathered pretty hard and heavy. And yeah, I get you. It get a little gummy and sticky and yucky and nasty. And right. Oh, let me get my bag. Yeah, and that's, I probably don't know the proper way to use the half diamond, but I think they're good. I certainly don't have any complaints with them. I've used them for some zipping and scrubbing a little bit. And I don't do much out on the Instagram side of the world there, Chuck. I should maybe. I don't know. I have an account out there. I just don't put stuff out there. Hey, Matt's Lock Shop. How are you doing? Yeah, when I got my first set, it had a half diamond in there, and I was looking at that and I was like, what the heck are you going to use this thing for? But as I've played more and more with things, and I'll grab different unique profiles to try out once in a while, and yeah, they're a good pick. I kind of like that, a little offset half diamond. I like those. They're pretty cool. With that, here's a traditional half diamond. Got your first Peterson one today. What do you think of those? I hear he makes a good pick. I hear they're pretty decent. As long as you don't question what the steel is. Because it really doesn't tell you. I mean, government steel, never heard of any such steel. So don't know anything about the spec. But no, I hear they're good picks. A little on the pricey side from what I've seen on some of them, but I've seen some worse, I think, out there. They look decent. His handles look decent that he has on them. So I think I'll probably have to try out a Peterson or something at some point. But hey, there we go. Finally, holy cow! Right? Yeah, exactly. The original rake. Yeah, I've raked with them. I've done a little zipping with them. Like on these little beasties, I believe, if I remember right. Half diamond does a very nice job. And yeah, you can do the little rake with it, then go back and single pin pick your way back out. And they do a very nice job. There's the offset half. And there we are. Yep, there is nothing wrong with a half diamond. I like having those in my kits as well, because they are nice. I have zero complaints on those. In fact, I should try them. Where to put you? I should go back and try him again and try that on this 1100. Yeah, the European locks are a lot tighter keyway, and tend to be more paracentric. That was exactly my thought, Chuck Soup, is $10 a pick. Yeah, he's pretty proud of them bad boys. The half diamond, yeah, I think the half diamond would make a great dimple flag if you needed it. Wall lock tools. Yep, I have not messed with any of those. I have a set coming, though, because I want a set. So, from Nick's Picks, that package is on its way. Got lots of packages on the way. We'll see when they all get here. So I believe I have. Yep, there we go. So yeah, that was with the offset half diamond. Very nice. Yeah, Jimmy Longs, man, I tell you, those are very nice picks. The handles are amazing. Yeah, I'm excited to try out the wall locks. I like trying out these different brands, see what I can get my hands on and play with. Where did I put? Yeah, here. The only thing I have from Jimmy Longs is I have the Jim set. But yeah, they are very, very nice picks. Very, very well built. So yeah, I've got that's coming. There's a couple of locks coming. I think he's sending me a 6-lever mortise lock along with custom tools he built for picking it. So I'm excited about that as well. I like getting new stuff to play with. I've got a lock coming from, what is his name again? Good grief, that's terrible. Ragnar Eriksson. I bought a lock from him for a purple belt lock. Yeah, the prices on Jimmy Longs for what they are is ridiculous. Amazing tools for the money. So I would agree with you wholeheartedly that, like I said, I wouldn't mind, if I ever were able to get my hands on a Peterson, just to say I've tried one out. But I'm not going to go out and buy a set of them. I've heard the guy's a real nightmare to deal with if you get tied into him too far. The original Apex. That's another one I want to get and try out at some point, is a set of from Covert Instruments. I want to try out a set of their picks. I haven't messed with them. I wouldn't mind trying out a couple of the different tension wrenches that they've got as well, just to see what I find in there. It's one of those, if you don't try it, you never know. Well, there, Mr. Lock Squash. I thought you were hopping in. Oh, wait, who we got? There he is.
Thought I ran away.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Still evening.
Hey, man, I can hardly hear you.
Let's see. All right.
It's like you're using a microphone that's 10 feet away from you.
Well, actually, how about now? I'm closer to it.
Nope, that did not make any difference at all.
Well, that's depressing.
You might check what microphone it says you're using. I can turn your volume up over here a little bit. There, I cranked you up a little. But it's like it's using the wrong microphone.
There we go. How's that?
Hey, that sounds mo better.
Amazing. Correct microphone with the correct camera. It's funny how those things work out.
Makes a difference. Hey, look at that. I see a couple of Mindies.
Oh, those? There's actually a 70 somewhere, too. I figured it's safe to show those since you gave up on yours. You're not going to make me pick those so I can show them off.
Oh, no, you got to pick it so you can teach me how.
No way, brother.
It is a truly unique design. It really is. It's pretty dang cool, actually.
Yeah, on and off, but it doesn't work. It is quite interesting, but I wouldn't have a clue, to be honest with you. They're frightening. I haven't even watched a video to even have a clue.
The weird thing is, if you look at the key, it looks like there's a sidebar that moves as well. But in everything I'm seeing from picking them, they're not having to mess with anything like that. But
my hands aren't very impressive, so no better time to show off.
But very cool lock. I think it's very neat looking. Very cool design.
And let me apologize in advance if anybody expects me to read the chat. It's not going to happen. So I don't mean to snub anybody, so please accept my apologies. Yeah, they are cool. I have a 70 somewhere, and it's nothing like this. It actually looks like a normal lock like you would expect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and maybe we can find it.
Well, then there's the ones with the round key instead of the flat key.
Yes.
I think those are what? Those are a green belt lock? I think.
Maybe we can get back to it. We're a little brain dead at this point because I've been at this for a couple hours trying to put a dent in all this. And so far I've succeeded to make a little pile. I think I can get off to sushi here. I've tried to put a dent in a little collection of eBay purchases. It seems like I've been collecting for 6 months, but I'm not going to admit that to anybody, so we're not going to talk about that at the moment.
Chicken.
I actually came across a present for you, which I won't talk about yet because it's not here. Someone forced me to take a pair of handcuffs at a cheaper rate because I conned them out of a lock. So let me see what arrives here, hopefully tomorrow, and I'll talk to you about that.
You conned them out of them, huh? They give you a cheap rate on some handcuffs? Nice. Awesome.
Maybe. Well, it was by accident. It's like, well, if you take this lock, or, well, more like if you buy something else, we'll give it to you a little cheaper. And there's nothing else left except one of those. If you drink the Kool-Aid, I'll give you one of these, but we won't talk about that. All right, I'll take one of those.
What are we reminding you on the third? There,
me, them. What am I looking for? What are you picking on? Oh, I can look at the TV.
Oh, I'm just messing with an 1100 right now. I'm just trying out some half diamonds and offset half diamonds.
Oh, that was the topic of discussion.
Yeah, so that's why I'm messing with them.
I think we got a couple of those laying around too here. There's always 1100s, aren't there?
Oh, yeah. So I don't think in my regular kit, I don't think I have any half diamond even in there.
Just happened to.
Oh, I had somebody asking. I don't have enough to really be able to say, but I'll show. Somebody was asking on these kits how many Jimmy Longs will fit in a kit. But I only have 3 Jimmy Longs, so it's not very good.
Jimmy Longs. Well, pardon my squeaking, but I needed to stay off my leg again.
So there, you could do 3 to a set, 3 to a side, so 6. I believe they'll even fit in here. So if you wanted to fill this up with that, you could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. You could put 10 Jimmy Longs in one of these kits, one of these cases, and close it up. So $50mm Yale version of the AL 1100. Very strong spring. Yeah. Hey, I feel you on that one. That is what happened with this from Harbor Freight. I put an American 1100 core in there, but it is a much stronger shackle spring, and it makes the tensioning on that completely different than a regular 1100. Pretty cool, actually. Makes it kind of fun. And it also makes it a halfway decent lock because they're regular just from Harbor Freight. The core is absolute trash. So I think here's the core. Yeah. So one's got a special locking pin in the back that you have to do in order to pick it or to gut it. But very, very crunchy to try and put the key in and out of there. Terrible, terrible core. Really neat lock. Just needs a better core. What kind of lock you got there?
We're figuring it out. This is a bucket of eBay. This is an Alpha. And
Alpha.
At this point, most of this is probably purchased in a midnight to 6 a.m. delirium. Stuck on the couch with my leg up in the air. Because I've spent most of this year laid up, doctor's orders. I'm kind of thinking he's sadistic at this point. So, my kids, not being wise enough to remove my credit cards, have left me with tremendous eBay bills. No laughing aloud. So, we have assortments from, one second here, interesting keyways and locks to projects for other lock sorters, because for some reason I'm thinking I'm an expert for spotting piles and piles of locks on eBay, saying I think I see something special there. Once in a while scoring, but more often than not winding up with a bunch of laminates that we're going to send off to Sushi so he can cut up and make some beautiful masterpieces.
Ooh,
then other times we actually do score, and I won't be able to find anything that I found. And then other times we wind up with 200s, 1100s, of course. And what do we have?
I do too, Brooke. I do too.
Is he talking about me?
No, he says he wants biscuits and gravy. Now he's got me wanting biscuits and gravy.
tell him to feed Cooper. Let's see. I actually got something good, but I can't find it. I had it 3 hours ago. Here we go. Sometimes we find beautiful things buried. I hope where we are.
You know, I had some Yales I was looking at buying from the guy when I was down in Colorado, but he had 4 Yales. He wanted $65 for the 4 of them. Well, no, 3 were Yales. One was some other brand. They were old locks. One of them was a 6 lever, but no key for the 6 lever. But I kind of decided, I thought, nah, that's really too much money for something that I'm not really much of a lock collector. So I decided to pass.
I need meds or something. It extends through too many hobbies. That the collector's bug.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool. I think those would have been neat locks to see and have my hands on a check out. But I have other things I guess I'd rather go broke on than that.
No pun intended, right?
Oh, every pun intended. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a local grocery store here, broke, that makes their own in-house breakfast sausage, and it is some of the best stuff I've ever had for biscuits and gravy. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, man.
But yeah, now you got me craving biscuits and gravy. Dang you. Because I don't have anything here to make it.
Stop talking about food, dude. Jesus. Hey, Elijah. Oh, sorry. Junior. I got the little one here, so.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Hungry?
That's right.
Behave. Hi. You hungry? Nope. Look. Big time. Everybody's up there playing live.
What?
Yeah.
How are you on 2 TVs? That's weird.
Is that? Why, you don't know how all this stuff works?
I'm at consistently right now I'm picking at the green belt level. I only have one blue belt lock. That's a Pack Lock 98 Pro that I've been picking. That's really the only thing I have that's even a blue belt lock. So I need to get my hands on some more blue belt level locks. But yeah, some of those, I keep wanting to get my hands on some of those Euro cylinders and such to check out because they just look like they'd be pretty cool. A little more tighter keyways, maybe a little more interesting. But it seems like I've kind of fallen behind lately because I just haven't had time to keep up on my picking like I need to be. So, and it shows I've actually lost subscribers, which is never a good thing because I'm just not getting enough content out there. How am I ever going to get to the next giveaway if I'm losing people? Speaking of which, my 250 giveaway. I think I only have so far 4 entries. Yep, 4 entries in my 250 giveaway. I don't really have anything, RuneSmith, that has a really good paracentric keyway. I just don't. So I would say I suck because I haven't had a chance to mess with them. You know, again, most of the locks I have are American style locks, and they're just, the keyways are pretty freaking wide open. You can about pick them with anything. That's some of the challenge, right? Is getting a hold of some of those so you can learn what those aren't all Euro locks paracentric. Compared to ours, I think yes. I would agree with you there. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, probably this, and even that's not a good paracentric keyway. I just don't have anything that's good that way. Saw something to shine. might have to go find stuff so I can have it.
That's something interesting.
Yeah, I
Nothing
thought I heard that
interesting.
happen, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, paracentric
Have
version,
a box of boring
7240.
for everybody.
So this, all I have, the only Avis that I have is this 7440 lockout lock. And I would definitely not say that that is very paracentric. It's just not. So that's it. That is literally the only Avis lock I have that I've ever had my little fingers on. So paracentrics are to me because I've never had them. So what is the 7240? What is that like in comparison to the 70? I know 7240 is not the plastic lockout lock. It's something different, I believe. But haven't seen one, so don't know what it looks like. Man, you got a bunch of locks in that package, didn't you? Holy cow, dude. How many locks were in that order? They just keep stacking up.
This ain't nothing.
And what kind of lock is that one?
Which one? The open one?
No, you had. Sorry, I got two screens going up, and I looked at the wrong one. I guess it was a great big silver monster. Kind of looked like the Harbor Freight style, but looks different.
This?
Yeah.
200.
Is that an American?
I'm going too fast. Yeah, this is at 700.
Oh, nice.
I got another one right
Yeah,
there.
see, that looks just like this. They're very similar to this one.
See, wait, hold there. I got two screens too, so we're not too synced. So wait, first one, listen, shh, ready? Nice.
Yep, pretty similar to this thing. It's got a really nice pop to it. The only way, because it's such a big, heavy pig, the only way I've been able to really pick that one is if I throw it in a vise.
Well, none of the. My hands are exceedingly good for the past couple of days, but there's no way I can barely. Well, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, it's just awkward because of the size and weight. At least for mine, it's a beast. It's a chunk.
Well, I'll start opening these. I'm never going to get through them, so wait a second. Well, it looks new, but someone's been in here already. Oh, gotta do the keys. I haven't gotten one of these that are full of I'm sorry, daylight, full of junk yet. So,
Well, that's always good.
Somebody's have been in these because they're clean. Stay in the camera.
Yeah, very nice. Good grief.
Don't laugh. This is the overflow box.
Yeah, I don't know, RuneSmith. I have one coming that is a LS5, but I don't know. That's a dimple lock, so that's a whole different cat altogether.
The other camera's got dimple disasters.
Morning, Mr. Sushi. How are you today? Nice to see you dropping by.
I got a bag I'm making for you.
A lazy Chuck. My goodness, dude. Yeah, maybe I'll have to start watching eBay. Holy cow. You get some decent
They got to
prices on all of
restock.
those locks?
I cleaned them out. The camera again, right? Sorry. Look at yeah, this one's gonna be a mess. Oh, up I go.
You know, and it's amazing the difference between trying to pick a brand new lock versus one that's been in use for 10 years outside somewhere and it's just crap. Oh, that's too bad, Sushi. Don't like to hear that. Hope you get feeling better soon, man. The king of the cutaway locks himself. That's some beautiful work he does.
I'm gonna send him some raw recruits. Oh well. Uh-oh.
I just had another order from my store the other day from the UK this time. I think that's my second international order.
Congratulations.
Kind of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you make some cool stuff. I have to have you hop on with me one of these days when you're feeling up to it and show off some of them. It's really cool. I like seeing those. The patience you have in doing all of that. That's my biggest problem when it comes to lock sport is patience. That's a pretty little American you got there, that gold one.
I thought it was going to be new and all gummed up. It is pretty.
Yeah, that's a good looking lock.
Uh-oh.
I need to make it so you've got your holder up there with all your tension tools in it. That's one of the spin rotary 3D printed, isn't it? I need to find the print for that one and try and make one of those. I kind of like the look of that one.
I'll send it to you if not. Remind me.
Okay.
It's STL or another format.
Yeah, STL. And then I can convert it over to my G code.
And I forgot what the bearings were. It's whatever the standard is. I don't remember. I don't even think I melted them in.
Oh, it actually has bearings in it, huh?
Yeah, just one. Is it in the camera? Yeah. Well, here, look.
Oh yeah, man, look at that. That thing spins beautiful, doesn't it?
And don't mind Harry here, but
That's pretty cool.
where is it? Decent hole, so you can de jure in the middle there.
Right.
And then I will never get them back in.
Huh.
But then I've gone overboard with tensioners, but then you can never have enough, right? Is that the line?
That's what I hear. Yeah. And kind of what I'm finding is, yeah, a million different tensioners.
Yeah, you know, that's true. By the time you start beating on them or cutting or shaving here and there, and you hang on to them, you have a million of them by the time you're done.
Right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've been having fun with the 3D printing thing.
Oh, that's endless. That's right.
Finally got around to printing out a vise and got one that worked out. I'm trying to do some recessed holes, and I was putting magnets in there so you could have it hold your tools while you're working.
So whatever happened with the laser? I thought you were going to hunt down a laser.
Well, I was trying to, then the wife backed out on me on it because she wanted to do a bunch of other crap, so you know how that goes. Eventually.
Yep.
Eventually I want to get one. But it's on hold for the moment.
Understood. Sometimes I think I collect plastic bags, not locks.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those. Don't fear the man who has 1,000 picks, fear the man who has 1,000 tensioners. Bruce Lee, probably. Yeah, probably is right. That's funny. That's a good one. There we go.
I don't even know why I bother.
Oh my goodness. I'm making a mess, man. I'm making a mess.
You sneaking around there, Junior?
Bruce Lee, probably. There we go. Crank that baby in there. I think I want you, yeah.
Louder. Another light out.
That's the problem when you lay it up, right? You got time to shop.
Shh. Boy, I'd love. Yeah. Next time I email you, I'll cry you the story.
Yeah. That's what I'm figuring. I'm going to be having knee surgery this fall. So I figure then I'll have time to lay around and play with things, but we'll see.
I'll tell you, next time the kids, leave me, make sure I got everything before they leave me for the evening or whatever the checklist is. Make sure they take the credit card. Not like it matters anymore, right?
Not like it matters anymore. That's right. I got eBay, man. I got PayPal. I don't need the card in my hand.
Not physical
I got Google
copies.
Pay.
Who needs that stuff anymore?
Exactly.
Nope. Okay, this one's full. Next one. And I just had this conversation with Broke. For some reason, these 7240s, they keep on breeding. Every time I open up a box or, look around the corner, there's another one. It's like every time a room gets damp or you leave a towel somewhere, they breed.
They multiply. 10 is too early. Oh, come on, Mr. Watt. What is it, 11 there now?
Oh,
there you go.
Now, I've never seen that color.
Oh, that's an interesting blue. What is that one? Is that an Avis?
I just flung the box.
Or some unknown?
No, it's a... Uh-oh. I've never seen that even listed. And I'll never figure out...
What does it say it is?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's straight master.
Master.
Wait, hang on. Well, I guess I opened it because
So I wonder, is it a 6835?
No, 6835. Hang on.
Because I saw somebody was showing me a 6835 the other day, and it was that rounded body like you've got, not the squared off like mine.
I'm trying to... I know I bought a couple of those, and you're probably right. But...
See, mine's engraved right on the back end of the lock there. It tells you what it is. But mine, the ones I got a hold of are exactly the same size and shape as the American 1100.
I've been in this box too because I put the keys in here. I'm not going to embarrass myself by saying I can't see shit right now, so I'm just stalling. I can't find my orange magnifying glass. There it is. Okay. Here, you tell me. Where are we?
Let me blow you up here to make you a full screener.
You will do no such thing.
I can't quite read it down there either.
All right, let me get a magnifying glass. It's not like I don't have a million of them here.
Can't quite get it big enough on the screen.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful to be young there, buddy?
I've seen that blue in the 6835 before, and I've seen that shape, so that's kind of why I was thinking maybe that's what it was.
I know you meant. Well, it came out of a box with all these, so it's with all the oddballs too. 1.5. And all the stuff's in.
It's a neat blue.
Moment.
Hey, Mr. Spontaneous Disintegration is in the house. Good morning, sir.
What's up, man? It's been a minute. I can't see what you're typing, though, so right back at you.
Oh, he was hoping Mr. Sushi gets feeling better. I know we all are.
Ha ha!
Watching that guy's content.
This is a 60. I'm guessing getting a bunch of packages today.
It's a 60? What?
Oh, no, I was reading my... I'm getting a bunch of packages. I still can't... Let me get over here. I got a microscope about 10 feet from me, too.
Well, I see I found your magnifying glass.
This is a 68 something. Yeah, it probably is. I just can't read that small. And we have cameras too. Let me switch to the other mess over here and let's see how we do. I'm probably gonna lose the mic here.
Ooh. Upside down. It was close. I thought I could read it there, but it's hard to get the lighting just right and the focus just right. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty looking lock, though. Like it. Like it. Ooh, yeah. Had it moving around just fast enough in there, watching it on the other screen after the lag, but it's moving too fast for me to be able to catch it and read it. You know, I was opening this lock pretty consistent here a while back, and now you think I can get anywhere with it? No, not a thing, man. I am really sucky. You were asking where I was consistently picking Mr. Rune Smith. I think he stepped away for a second. I'm probably consistently picking a white belt level lock, to be honest with you. I know I got my son-in-law into picking locks a bit. I was probably kind of mean to him because I gave him some white belt locks, and then I threw in there for him a Master 150, and he was picking all those white belts. Man, these are easy. This is cool. And then he got to the 150, and he's cussing. So I gave him a yellow belt to go in between, so he could kind of learn a little bit more on his technique just before he gets up into that 150. Because you try and jump from one of these little brinks up to that 150, and yeah, you're going to be hating life. I think I lost your audio completely there. Might have lost your video. I don't know, Mr. Lock Squash. Yep, he is out of the house. Link is up there in the chat if anybody else wants to scroll up and come in and join us this morning. Need somebody on here who can actually pick a lock instead of watching me fumble fart around not opening squat. I'm about ready to give up and move over to my handcuffs. We've got some microphone feedback from you. But I don't hear you. Oh, there maybe I hear you.
Sorry.
He's back.
Fumbled the ball, switching over. High security Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we all need some of those locks, right?
Stay safe, guys.
It always involves, yes. Guess I'll see if I can set the double lock with this pick. There we go. You know, at least that way I can open something. Because I'm telling you, I suck this morning.
All right. Dimple. That Dimple. At least these are a little more interesting.
There we go.
I tried one of these. No, these aren't. Okay. Oh, these are just a straight Brady. I thought these were the Dimple ones. These are a little harder sometimes.
I really need to get my hands on a better set of cuffs. Zoom back up a little bit more.
Uh-oh. Do I have to leave or am I allowed?
For what?
To stay if I don't have cuffs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're good. There we go. Double locks.
No toll or anything?
Huh?
I said no toll or anything?
No toll. You're good.
Okay. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong.
You know. Now, if you were in there with somebody else, who knows? You never know. They might say, screw you, go away. But, you know, it's what I was saying. I can't seem to pick anything this morning, so I'll just move over to cuffs.
Oh, that's all right. I spent about 5 minutes on a lock that was open, so don't feel bad.
So I've been there, done that before too, right? You're picking away, going, God, why can't I get this stupid thing open? It's open the whole time.
No, it was crusty, but, you know, I'm there complaining that, okay, I know I'm a little rusty, but it's so embarrassing that it was open.
Right?
Well, this is also a nice color. Let me guess. Nope, that's straight. What is it?
Man, I might not get these set of cuffs open with this. There's one.
Should really write down what I buy.
Right? Yeah, I almost, when I was in Colorado, if I would have had a little more time, I was about a 40-minute drive away from a law enforcement supply store. I thought, man, I should really go there and get me some new handcuffs, but I just didn't have the time to get there.
Last time we were up in Colorado coming back from Telluride, we made a wrong turn. I thought we were going to get eaten. Coming back from the mountains because there's only so many places to get gas. And it gets spooky up there. So many small towns.
Yeah, I hear you. Right? Squash needs some cuffs.
What? No.
You need some cuffs.
No. Thank you. I appreciate. No Kool-Aid. Thank you.
Everybody needs some cuffs.
No. At this point, I'm happy when I can pick. They'll find me dead, handcuffed to a wall or something one day. No cuffs. Thank you.
No cuffs. Chicken. I tell you.
You bet.
I'm going to keep playing with that stupid Mindy. Eventually, I'm going to figure that beast out.
You got it.
Eventually, I'll get
two more I'll send you after you get that one down.
Yeah.
Son of a gun. Oh.
It is a really, really interesting lock. I gotta
it
say.
is. I'm fascinated to watch you pick it.
It is cool. I got to figure out, though. I got to figure out the design for this tool. So, like I said, I think I can make this tool work, but I think I'm going to grind these down just a little bit. They're a little too wide to get in the way with the tension wrench. So I'm going to narrow those down a little bit. And I might make a new one and make it a little bit longer just so it's got a little bit more to hold on to, but I think that'll work. Got my ends just about right. They line up nice. Because, I mean, I watch guys doing it with a regular pick, but I'm not sure how the heck they're doing it. Because you get in here, and I start working that thing. And then I throw my tools on the ground. But I get in there, and I'm not really sure how the heck. Because when I try to do it, I can't get it to put both... or go down and stay down. Because they're also saying, man, really light on the tension. So I don't know. I need to figure it out.
Well, this is all I have, and I have one of those Y ones from one of the car kits somewhere, and I have no idea where it is at the moment. I'm behind you 100%. Go for it.
Yeah, I was told that I would probably hate myself for getting this lock, but, you know, I'm a glutton for punishment.
You made my day.
They are fun. Well, I need you to give me a good instructional video, Sushi. Help me learn what I'm doing. Because all of the ones I've found so far out there are all speed pick videos, and it's hard to really make sense of what's being done. But yeah, it's cool. It's neat. And I think it'll be a really fun pick once the guy figures out what the heck to do. Cuffs are definitely fun. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with those too. I need to work on my my speed pick. I want to do that 007. I need to beat the 7 seconds. Mr. Cox, he said I didn't get there. He said I was too slow. So I need to work on some of that. Let's see. I'm really slow doing it with these. I was doing it with a handcuff key before. And who knows, maybe that's something else I'll make. A custom lockpick tool. Yeah, cuffs are fun. Something different to play with. I don't need you. You're too tiny. Go to you. I was using the offset. Let's try the regular half diamond.
Guess not.
So how many locks were in this last box you bought?
That's just actually just I dumped them in the containers from over a 6-month period, so it just shock value looks impressive.
Hey Zoe, how are you this morning? No cat today. The cat snuck outside on me this morning, so working on an industrial robot. Careful, man. Those things are taking over the world. I'm telling you, they're taking over the world. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Okay. I can't find that tensioner.
Yeah, Sushi, you might have been talking about handcuffs and not the pagoda lock, the Mindy. I need help with the Mindy, man. I need Mindy help. If anybody knows a good video, maybe there's just somebody out there that I'm not following that's doing something. But I did a bunch of searching, and I did find some videos. But like I said, most of them were speed pick videos, not instructional at all. So I need to learn it. This one's so dumb when it only closes, it crushed the robot's hand. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. Just got out the 840s with the key on lanyard. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the 840s. Can't say I know enough about those. Haven't messed with them. I have somewhat limited experience. I used to mess around with my Peerless and Smiths back in the day. I played with them a little bit, but really didn't know much about picking, but it was just playing with how the mechanisms worked on them. So I don't have any of those now. All I have are my chibis, so. Right? That's exactly right. At least you're playing with something fun and doing interesting stuff there, Zoe. It shouldn't be a boring job. UK Police Standard Issue. Yeah. Yeah, see, most of it over here is Peerless, Smith & Wesson, some Chicagos you'll see once in a while. I think those Asps are picking up in popularity. Which was Asps for pretty sweet looking handcuffs, actually. Very nice.
Okay, I guess this wasn't a challenge lock.
You know, I should try and find out. I sent off a challenge lock, my first one. It went to the first person, and they picked it. I have no idea where it went after that. Never seen it again.
It's like having a kid. Once you
Yeah.
kick them out of the house, I mean, once you raise them,
Right? I know the second one, it's on its way over to Kurlama.
I have a couple I've been sitting on from when I was hiding under my couch for about a month and a half. Oh, like right behind me. Actually, I got Broke's first challenge lock I've been sitting on for about a month that I should do something with. I'm going to warm up for about a week before I embarrass myself. Because I should at least put some effort into it and be impressive.
Well, knowing Broke, it's probably going to be quite the challenge lock.
Well, let's see here. Let's show off his masterpiece.
Right?
At least we can demo it there.
He is quite meticulous in his work. Let's just put it that way.
Well,
My first challenge lock was pretty
or
hunk
is
and
he?
raw.
Did he fall asleep already? Hang on, let me fetch the Holy Grail here. One moment.
I think he's off on something else on Discord, so he's in and out a little bit, but he really isn't paying much attention.
Right. He does have a pet project now, to say the least. So,
yeah.
Un momento, please.
Yeah. I really need to get my office down here cleaned up. I need a better monitor. One monitor, my camera looks nice and crystal clear. It looks good. The other one, it's just fuzzy and crappy, and that's just the monitor. It just sucks.
That's all right.
Let's see. There was a network error, it says. Any of you guys ever done any streaming on Twitch? I've got this live stream running over there. Never used it before. I have no idea how you even promote or advertise your stuff over there. Get it out. No clue. Never done it. But I thought, hey, here we'll give it a try.
Drum roll, please.
Oh.
Logbook, of course. Beautifully. We'll save this for whoever and whenever. Of course.
Oh, yeah, you got a nice little case on it, doesn't he?
Oh, God. I'm gonna... All right. Of course, this is the hardest part, right, for me. And... we don't want to...
Here, I'm going to blow you up. I'm going to give you
keys aren't mummied, and I don't want to
this
show
off.
them, and I don't want to see them either. Okay. Ta-da! Where are we? This is the first broke challenge lock.
Yeah, look at that. A little.
Are we good? Yeah.
Little engraving going around it. Yeah, maybe I'll have to. I don't know. Like I said, it was the first time I've ever messed with Twitch, but that looks neat. Some cool little engraving he's got going around it.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you how much work is in here. Of course, the keys are in here, and I don't want to share. I haven't looked at them either because I haven't stuck a pick in here yet. Within the logbook, there's also a sheet in here in almost Excel form, giving you all the statistics for the pin stacks too. So there's an amazing amount of work they put into this thing. So it's impressive and a learning experience, let me tell you. So as soon as I get off my ass and send this off, you guys are going to appreciate it, getting your hands on this. So I don't know what's in here, but it's going to be worth playing with.
I didn't go that far, but
hey, man, trying to sell the product. Work with me.
Oh, it looks amazing.
I'm working with you. I'm up on stage. I'm doing it.
Looks amazing.
Uh-oh. Chips.
Yeah. I did a little 3D printing and made a case for mine to ship it out in. That's got a little hole to tuck the key away in it.
I saw that case. That's a nice job you did there.
Yeah. That's probably the best part of the whole lot.
On those cases too.
Right? I thought so.
I thought so too, man.
I just need to move a few of them. I've got so freaking many of them sitting here now.
Yeah. Sale.
But they were cheap, so I will find uses for them all over because they are super handy little beasts.
Nothing's ever within reach.
I should by all means be working on this pig. But I just don't know what the heck I'm doing with it. It's my problem. Because I have no key to look at. I have nothing for comparison. And I get zero feedback out of this thing. Well, it sounds like some interesting feedback for why not to stream on Twitch. It's aptly named how it makes you twitch. And I don't know why I decided to try that one out. I just saw it in Restream as an option. I was like, well, I've got an account over there. I can try it out. We'll just see. Because like I said, usually I'm on YouTube and Rumble.
You mean they do something besides gaming on Twitch?
I've never used Twitch. I have no idea what people even use it for. It looks like it's mostly gaming stuff, yeah. That is what it looks like.
Ooh.
That's a pretty looking little lock.
Is Nola there?
A little Yale.
Gotta hide this one from Nola. Isn't this Nola's thing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, it's a little Yale, right?
Yeah, it's clean too.
Yeah. I think those are neat looking locks. Very cool.
Very nice. Oh, this shit. Well, not gonna spray it in here, that's for sure. Hey, Junior, we gotta start doing something here. Excuse me. The little one gets to go up with his parents to see his first concert.
Oh, nice.
I'll remember in a second who he gets to go see. Kendrick Lamar, is that right? Is that someone?
No idea.
Yeah, me neither. Someone hip hop. So the old man's got to make sure he's fed and disinfected by the time they come fetch him. We can do that.
GGP Extra. RuneSmith is looking for any tips for the GGP Extra. I don't know that lock. So I'm no help for you, dude.
Wow, no idea where this one came from at all.
Anybody out there mess with a GGP Extra? I don't know what that one even is.
Can I get away with pleading the fifth?
Right? There is nobody saying a word, dude. So unfortunately, I think you're on your own.
Or is he going to get me later on it?
Yeah, you gotta love channels that have not very clear standards. I don't agree with YouTube standards on most things, but at least they're halfway clear on what the expectation is. Orga says he has a GG, but he can't open it.
Oh, I actually wrote what the hell it says.
You know, it is nothing that can't be fixed with a good drill press.
And a hammer?
And a hammer, right? Oh, hey, I just hit a false set in here. So now...
Ooh, now we get to the real stuff.
Ooh, that's another pretty lock. What do you got there?
A real one. And it's actually got a core in it.
Nice. Oh, Lockwood.
So I said a couple of real things mixed in the pile.
Yeah. Man, you don't see many of those around. Over here, anyway.
Oh, no.
I'd love to get my hands on a Lockwood. They're really pretty looking locks. Looks like they'd be a lot of fun.
And don't ask me, but I'm sure I paid through the nose for this too.
Oh, more than likely. That's why I don't have one, is the ones I have looked at. Whew.
And that's why this is probably, besides the Parky lock, which is probably inside, this is probably the only one in my collection.
Yeah, those Parky locks, they did a beautiful job on those too, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. I'll get it out here in a moment. But yeah, that's such a beautiful job. And P Dubs damn near killed herself getting everything out and having them made. I don't know how much you sat through it or was involved, but it was incredible what you went through having them produced. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, these are some beautiful things, and these weigh a ton. These are like the rocks. These are unbelievable.
Hey, there we're back again.
The density are like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're beautiful.
I've got to figure it out for some reason. When my sump pump kicks on, I lose my internet.
Spike?
It's got to be. It's on the same circuit as my router. So it's got to be there. I don't lose connection to my router, but I lose internet. So it's like it's messing with my fiber modem.
Yeah. Do you have one of the powered boxes on the outside, or is it just a router on the inside?
It's got a powered fiber modem on one side, and that goes into my router. But I'm running them both through an APC smart UPS that's supposed to be filtering.
Well, what I'm thinking, like Cox runs they juice it from the outside, so maybe it's getting spiked on the outside.
Possible. I got to figure it out, though, because it's really annoying.
We were streaming earlier at Brooks, and I was running two fiber modems. Don't ask. And I lost everything. I mean, totally dead for like 10 minutes, but they're messing down the block, so they may cut everything over. But I've never had that before. But it was interesting. So it's amazing what they come up with to torture customers. So
Right. Well, and like I said, I'm plugged into the same outlet, so I'm on the same breaker, and I'm wondering if maybe that's the issue. So maybe I'll have to wire in a separate breaker, separate leg just for my router.
Sometimes that's the simplest answers. But Cox used to drive me crazy. I just gave up because, from powering stuff down the coax to running external battery packs to the outside to just running 12 volts from the pole down the line I just gave up because I got tired with their BS. To running subnet BS to like party lines. Too many people in the neighborhood, and it slowed down just like dial-up.
Right.
Gave up, back to AT&T. At least they don't. Whatever.
Well, that's just it. I got this new fiber run into the house. I've got gig symmetric service right now, but I've had some really flaky, weird issues with it that I just can't figure out. And I've opened up several tickets with them, and all I get back is ticket closed, ticket closed. Looked at the logs, everything's fine.
Well, that's basically what I finished going through now, and we're supposed to be done with that. Excuse me. So now we're down to modems again, and we're down to, I guess this is the second series of modems we've changed out, and this is supposedly their optimum or their best modems. But whatever they send me, it can't handle whatever I have in the home Wi-Fi wise. So I just run my little my stuff. And most of my connections are hardwired anyway because I'm old. And as soon as I moved in the house, we ran 45 everywhere. Ouch. I'm sorry. We ran old-fashioned cable everywhere. And just like these kids come in and they want to know why everything's hardwired and why I don't have wireless everywhere. And I usually tell them to get out at that point.
Well, that's what I did. So, I mean, I'm only sitting 20 feet away maybe from my my Wi-Fi, my main router. But my computer, my desk here is hardwired over and plugged in.
Yeah, phones, tablets, things like that. Everything else gets wired.
Wireless works fine, but if you want true reliability, hardwire it.
No. And I try to keep all, what we're doing now, air gap between the stuff that I don't want on this side of the room. Well, yeah, you do the same stuff, so you know.
Yep. Absolutely.
And so much for the computer lesson, kids. Next week,
VLAN
same
things
time.
off, and I've got a guest network that's isolated from the rest. And if I don't want things talking, that's where I stick it.
Basic common sense, but it depends who you're talking to. Correct? Correct.
Yep. The one thing I thought was weird is I do beta testing for Netgear, so I get new Netgear equipment every once in a while. And I've got a home mesh router system that I've been beta testing right now. And it has the ability to do VLANs on the physical ports only. But even if you VLAN it, I don't know what the hell the point is. It's still using the same DHCP scope. It still is tied to everything else on there. You can't isolate it at all.
No, I hear it because I run Eros. That's what I use for all the wireless because I have an old house that is wired mesh everywhere, so you can't get from room to room. But it's the same thing. I have the options, but what the hell's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Same problem.
It's like I have an IoT wireless setup on it.
This
but
is
again,
when everybody's going to tune out, you know.
It's part of everything else. You can't isolate it. So what the hell's the only advantage with the IoT is I can restrict it to only 2.4 gigahertz because some of the older IoT stuff that I've got, that's all it can run. But it just doesn't make any sense.
I was figuring it's possibly there for future expansions, or maybe they're thinking well, whatever. It's been years and they haven't done anything.
Right.
Some stuff is behind the paywall, but it's just for them to milk people for future security needs. But they didn't expand anything that makes any sense for moving towards more of a enterprise or, yeah.
When I brought some of it up during the beta, that it should have this other functionality. And when I said, well, but it's a home router, so we don't want to get too complicated. I said, well, then why even have it as an option? I mean, if it doesn't really do anything, then what the hell's the point?
I don't know.
It's just like it has DHCP in it for local, but you can't hard set DNS entries. So I can't tell it to look at my router first before going to the internet. So I can't use DNS on my home internal network.
So 90% of this stuff is useless for me now or pointless because it's just me in the house. So I just separate it. So it's mostly me just complaining about stuff.
Yeah.
But still, when they start messing with the speed or I start to see these problems, and basically I just look like a lunatic now since I'm not working. I don't have any reason to test stuff at home. I don't have to duplicate anything I used to do at the office. So now I have a small office set up at home and, people just come here and shake their heads. Because basically I'm running better things that most people have in their small office. So I just make excuses. Well, I used to.
Well, I used to, so I want to keep up on it a little bit.
Basically, that's how I keep my sanity. Wow. And I pick locks.
Yeah. I know I've got
What can I say? I get to torture all the people that come because their stuff doesn't work down the block now. Get my kick somehow.
Yeah, I've got a Cisco switch over here I want to get configured, and I'm going to throw that in.
How old? What series? I have a 300 in the garage. Half dust I haven't blown off of years.
Oh, this isn't that old. Let's see.
Got a Mid-Atlantic in the garage. And
it's a Catalyst 3560.
Oh, okay, you're making me jealous. I still have all the software loaded in beige beige boxes inside. I got to go through those. Broke almost fainted when I showed him the stack of laptops and stuff I got inside.
Yeah. Dude, I cannot get this. I cannot get this pad or this thing to open.
All right. Excuse me for half a second. I gotta go poke a kid here.
It's always easy, though, Charles, to say that common sense isn't common, but yeah, you're probably right. Common sense never really was very common.
No, it's polite to imply common sense.
Yeah.
Little man.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with this one cuff. I can't seem to. Works with the key, but it's like jacked up in there now, so it doesn't want to. I'm just not hitting it right. It's right there at the top. Feels real easy. Do. Boy, that is a really sloppy lock. These are a really, really poor pair of handcuffs, I gotta say. They just do not like
private homes and condominiums
to open very easy. These, I think, are a little better pair of cuffs.
Almost had a milk disaster. Perfect timing. Okay, one moment. I have to make sure I get a resupply dump here. When you guys bring me some milk when you come over, please?
You know, I'll say
There we go.
it's even more apparent, I think, the lack of common sense because of the internet. It's easier to see that people are stupid than it used to be.
Who it not is it is it George or Jim that is the one that quaintly puts it that tells people to keep their mouth shut? He always calls people out on the internet. It says something stupid on the internet, he puts it up. Goes, it's better to keep your mouth shut. When
Sometimes
they say
it is
something
better.
stupid about picking. Yeah, I think it's George or Jim that does it. It cracks me up every time I watch a video and he does that.
Yeah. You know, I think you're exactly right, Mr. Watt. I think that's exactly what it is these are just really, really cheap cuffs. So this one cuff, it still opens all right with the pick, but not with the key, but not with my other. But these are really weird. I don't know if I can get it to where you can see this very well. See if we can get this to drop down in here. Try and focus. Oh, hey, I'm going the wrong way. Let's go the other way with the focus. They're starting to show up, starting to show up, starting to show up. And there. See that pawl? See how it tapers off on one end, one edge? It's the same here. They've got like this really weird angle to it that I haven't seen in a set of cuffs before. Rather weird. I mean, they're still running smooth. I found with this camera, if I want to zoom in on something, I have to manually focus it because otherwise it just doesn't like to do it. But yeah, they're a very strange pair of cuffs. Oh, Peerless does that same thing? All right. See, it's been a while since I've had my hands on a set of Peerless. I don't remember. And that's what these seem semi-similar to that. And like I said, the Peerless key works in these, but they're definitely a low-quality cuff. But so the key still works fine. I'm just having troubles with the other end of it. What are you running for a camera there, Mr. Lock Squash?
Just trying to decide if I did it. This one is what I get for being lazy. This is one of those. God, embarrass me. I woke up and decided that I should have returned this 2 days. This is a one that I didn't return in time.
One you didn't return in time. Huh?
Yeah. So give me half a second. I only got one leg to stand on. That's why everything takes me a second. So hang on. This is one of those Meet 2s. OBS bots. O-bots? How they pronounce those? OBSB, OBSOT. Meet 2s.
Huh.
It is not bad, but I can't really adjust it without the app running. It seems to be all right.
See, the one I have is an ELP.
Well, you have a real camera. This is like one of those streaming cameras. I kind of like the one you're running. Before I decided.
I'm pretty happy with it. It does a nice job. What's kind of neat about it is I can USB it to the computer and I can HDMI it to a separate display, so I can run 2 displays at one time with it.
That's what I like when you start talking about it, but when I decide to crawl under my couch, crawl under my couch for a month, I forgot about it for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's where I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to see what the microphone sounds like. I don't even know. Does it have one? Yeah. Well, apparently its microphone no worky though. I was trying to talk to you on the microphone through it.
See, I'm having problems with that over on the other disc, and I can't figure out why.
Well, I don't know. I think it has a built-in microphone, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong. It might not even have a microphone, but it's a nice camera, and it's 12 times optical zoom, I think, on it. So it's more than adequate for this kind of thing.
That's what I liked about it. I thought it did have two mics built in, if I remember looking.
And then a nice little zoom. So, yeah.
We'll see, because this isn't, like I said, the big DSLR I'm not going to sling over my shoulder, because I'm going to break my nose spinning around one day. But I'm looking for something for real.
My desk has like a bookshelf on the back side of the desk. Mm-hmm. So at the top end of that, I have weighted down a tripod, and then this camera's mounted to a tripod shining straight down on me. So that way it's out of the way. I can actually work. I don't like having them in front of you and then try to work around them. That's just a pain.
Yeah, I'll, well, what are we doing here?
But a good DSLR makes for a really nice camera.
Well, yeah, it's a camera first. It was doing all this second thought, but when I decided to actually, maybe I'm going to be making videos and stuff, it was a practical application for doing this for real. So that's why I considered getting another camera for doing this. I'm sorry, doing this, a dedicated camera to do this with.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. So the one thing that I do like with it is or don't really like is, like I said, the auto zoom part of it, or auto focus. So as soon as I start zooming in, the focus starts going out, and the autofocus really struggles.
It seems like they all get confused doing changing the focal length and then trying to adjust the focus. Let me see which one I can pull down. I'm going to lose the mics, but
See, but I can
if
manually focus really tight.
Well, yours is more of a camera. These are like web browser type things.
Well, yeah, right.
So that's the big difference. You have a camera. These are web browsers. Let me see if I can get this one off the mount, and I'll show you the disaster zone here.
It's a good camera. I'm really impressed with it. Really happy.
I probably could have just fired up the cell phone for a portable. I was really starting to mess around with different software because there's one of the OBS plugins or OBS software versions where you can actually use a couple of camera feeds and also use your cell phone all at once and stream.
Yep,
which I was interested in, but I faded away on that.
I use OBS Studio for quite a bit of stuff, and I really like it. But I can't do the multi-camera stuff with Restream very well.
That's what I started playing with, and then
without buying a license from them. So
that was the problem. There was some software plugin with some Apple dedicated software that was working, but it was Apple only.
Yep. The next thing I want to do is I want to get a stud to screw into the camera and mount my light there so that my light is coming straight down instead of from the side. Because that'll make it easier to shine down and see inside of the keyways and things like that to show stuff.
Easier is the key.
Yeah, I didn't say easy. I just said easier.
Okay, everybody take their Dramamine. I'm going to lose the mic here, but let's see what we can do.
Yeah, I'm going to have to call her quits here before too long. I got other stuff I need to get working on today too, but let's see what you got.
All right, hang on here. Whoa.
And then, yeah, I got to play with the microphones on it, figure things out there, but... And you're making me dizzy. And yeah, no audio. Can't hear you. There you go. Let everybody else enjoy the getting dizzy.
Okay, that's enough.
Whew.
But that's... Sorry, I know I was going too fast, but I have to hold myself up too. That's one of those Logitech something or others.
Yeah, I have a Logitech as well. Just a little webcam. And it's cool. Yeah, that Mindy is... It's just a really cool looking lock. It's very neat. It's going to be interesting to try and figure out for sure. I was showing her earlier spontaneous. I started working on a custom tool for it. I got to do a little tweaking and adjusting to it, but so that way I can push down the discs at the same time on both sides. I think that'll work. I just got to do a little adjusting to it. So yeah, it was kind of neat when I was down in Denver. I checked on this and got same-day delivery to my hotel, and heck, they even gave me a discount for using their delivery service. So I think I only paid $12 for that Mindy. All right, guys, I'm going to have to call her quits. I hear dogs screaming and yelling upstairs, so I better go take care of them. And I've got a lot I need to get done today. Try and work on this. I've got some other goodies to work on. Tension wrench. I'm going to try my hands at making a tension wrench today. I don't know how it's going to go, though. You know, I was looking at Making one kind of like what Broke has made, but the windshield wiper inserts I have are thinner, which might not be a bad thing anyway, because I'm looking at making one for a top of keyway anyhow. So I kind of think that I'll be able to make a decent little torque wrench out of this. I do think that it will work. So, yeah, guys, thank you everybody for joining. If you haven't done an entry for my drawing, do it. 250 giveaway. It's a big multi-pick set. So get in there and get after it. There's no reason not to. It's easy. I'm not asking for anybody to do anything overly pain in the rear. All right, man. Hey, thank you for joining me, Lock Squash. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Greyhound.
Showing.
Appreciate it.
Have a wonderful rest of you guys' weekend. I'll be trying to do out a couple other little videos to throw out some other things yet. A couple of things to work on. I'm hoping, I should look. I'm hoping my delivery shows up today, but I have a feeling it ain't gonna. I don't think it's going to. Let's just check. They still claim, but today, but according to this, it's still in Denver, so there is no way it is going to show up.
You want to say goodbye to everybody? Here's your chance. You want to say goodbye to everybody? Everybody has kids. It's okay. Hurry up. Everybody's going away. Say, have a good day, everybody. Just say goodbye up there.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Good work.
Bye-bye. Thanks for joining.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Catch everybody later. Bye.